Proxy and Soul Starseed Live. Hi guys and girls, how are you all? Namaste brothers and sisters. Namaste. Emily here. I'm just going to bring a coaching video through today about television and mind control, because I feel it's really important to get this information out there, because I've come across so many awakened beings who still watch television, who still have a television. Not that there's, it's your life, it's personally down to you, it's completely your choice. However, I, as a being who's wanting to share love and healing and health like I've attained, or am still attaining and always will be attaining, I wish to share that knowledge on, to try and help whoever I can help. This is lovely. This is apples, pears, kales and baobab. It's really, really nice. Okay guys and girls, now I got rid of my television, must have been about 4 years ago now or something like that. Now I've been doing some research just so I can explain it all a bit better for you, because unless you for me, I know how it works, yet I wasn't sure how to put it into words to give. I like to give facts. I like to research, find all the evidence and then give facts so people can really take into heart, if it resonates with them, what I'm talking about. I don't just like to say, oh, this is that or this is that. I like to research it all, have a clarity of it all, and then pass that information on. So here we go. Now, basically, television started being invented in the mid 1800s. However, it first was broadcasted in 1930. Now, television is a tool created by the FBI and the government systems to heavily brainwash society, to dumb us down, and there's more TVs in each American household than there is people. Okay? Now this is very, very serious, guys and girls. This is your health, okay? This is serious stuff. This isn't no joke. I know this may be so hard for some of you to accept, because I know so many of you are addicted to television. It literally is classed as a drug, and it's hypnotherapy. That's the tool they use in television. It's hypnotherapy. They use the same tactics. You're literally being hypnotized and having spell cast on you when you watch television. Remember, everything is energy. Everything is energy. So the media that comes into your being, television, sound, newspaper, any kind of entertainment, be aware. Just be aware, because it literally is psychological, emotional and intellectual subconscious manipulation without your awareness of it. When you watch television, you are being brainwashed and programmed. Check it. What do they call TV shows? Programs. Yeah? You're being programmed, dear ones. It's a psychological warfare in action. Okay? So, we can go deeper. If you think of the word television, you break it down, it spells tell lies to your vision. Maybe not literally, however, that's the words inside the word. Okay? And now in the English language in particular, it's a language full of spells. We might not be aware of this, as obviously in school, which is another propaganda, intellectual warfare, and indoctrinating system. We're not taught these things, because if we was, some of us would be aware enough to throw the TVs away and to decline anyone programming us except ourselves. Okay? Now, being aware of it, of how it works, that helps a lot, because when you're aware of it, after I stopped watching television, when I ever say I was at a friend's, telly on, or whatever it was, even though like I look away now, like I'm like, oh, but I noticed symbology appeared all of a sudden. I could feel the emotion and the energy coming from the television was always low vibration, negative vibration, sad vibration. I realized that they create dramas, etc. You know, like EastEnders, that kind of rubbish. They create that to attach to your emotions. Once they've attached to your emotions, that's the hook. Now you've been hooked into the program. You're now being brainwashed and dumbed down into a alpha state. And now they start manipulating your brain and controlling you and teaching you how to eat, act, think, drink, blah, blah, blah. You are literally being told what to do in every manner when you watch television. Okay? Tell lies to your vision. Okay? Now, if you look into it a bit further, media, the name, is actually a goddess from, is it Greek mythology? She was a goddess of cunningness, possibly even deception. You'll have to research that part again. I learned it and now I've confused it with other things. However, when you're watching media, you're not only being programmed and taking that energy into your being, but you're also worshipping a goddess you know nothing about. I do not like to be the bearer of bad news. I do not like to be the bearer of shock therapy. However, I'm an authentic being who speaks from her heart. And I am throwing you this lifeline. It is completely down to you whether you accept this knowledge, even if it resonates and you feel, yeah, I'm gonna, I'd advise you to do your own research. Always advise people to do their own research, because my path is mine and yours is yours. And even though we're sharing and helping each other, none of us have the same path. So always search for yourself. Become your own doctor, philosopher, mathematician, become your own everything. It's so important that we stop relying on the system so much, in so many ways. For our food, for our entertainment, it's like we've become lazy or something. Now, you may say, what do you do for entertainment? Well, I still have the internet. I'm not saying I've cut myself from technology completely, even though I don't really resonate with technology because I've seen the damage it's done to our world. I also see the benefits of it, like the platform we can have here and now. So what I do I watch animation, I watch documentaries about space, Earth, you know, that I study a lot basically. I read a lot, I study a lot, I go out, outdoors a lot. I make my own entertainment. But if I do want to watch animation, for example, I love things like Aang, Avatar, Last Airbender. I love animation with magic and all that kind of stuff in it. Really, really cool. Mythology animation. But what I've noticed, even when I watch these things, I still see the symbolism. But because I'm aware of it and I've taken a very limited amount of it daily, very limited amount, I only watch that kind of thing in the evenings really, because I, you know, all throughout my day I make sure I'm doing things that are productive. And after I got rid of my television, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy because even I'd become addicted to hypnotherapy. But I just, you know, I started researching and I realised that it's been used as an indoctrinating program since the 1930s. And I realised what it was doing to me. And now, if I'm in a room where someone's watching television, if I look at that screen for even a few minutes, I go, you know, like say, you know, I don't know, when you're so exhausted, you're falling asleep, you've had a really hard day's work, you fall asleep on your sofa, you're just so exhausted. That's what TV makes me do now if I stare at it for a few minutes. So imagine if you're taking that in for hours and hours a day, being programmed, told what to do, how to feel, how to think, how to act, constantly being manipulated psychologically. It's a psychological warfare that you're not even aware of. Do you really want your children to be manipulated mentally before their brains even developed? Do you know there's evidence that children under 2 don't even learn anything from watching television? In fact, it alters their brain in a way that they can't study or concentrate as they get older. That's really damaging. Now, television is $1 billion industry, multi-billions, okay? It's a tool of indoctrination, propaganda, and a mass experiment. All entertainment is pure propaganda. They work on your emotions. That's how they hook you. And then when they hypnotize you and you're in the alpha state, you're then altered, downloaded, and updated. It's like you're a machine, a computer, and they're constantly updating you with how they want you to be. They're literally controlling you. Literally, you're the puppet, yeah? And they've got you on a string, and they're laughing at you, and you don't even realise it. Another thing with televisions is, many of them, especially the HD ones, they have cameras inside. And they can watch you. They can also do that through your webcam, which is why I keep mine covered unless I'm using it. Because I don't want no one watching my private in my home, you know. It's my home. How dare they intrude my privacy like that? Do I watch their family through their TV? Do I? Hell, I've got a life to live. You know? Anyway. So what happens when you watch TV? It puts you into an alpha state, which is like kind of like when you meditate, you go into that relaxed state. That's kind of like an alpha state. However, with this alpha state, you're programmable, and it's not a healthy alpha state. It's a really bad alpha state. Okay. Now what they're doing is they're making high definition be thingy in every single house, be applicable, because this new HD, high definition, this has got even more advanced brainwashing mechanics in it, within it. You remember years ago, it just flashed into my head a picture of when TVs first come out, and there was a circle, and the circle used to go round like this. Vroom, vroom, vroom. I'm just seeing that now. And that's hypnotizing, right? And there's another thing you notice. Certain colours are flashed because they resonate with certain chakras. Certain words are repeated to program you to that word or that action. And when you're reading the words, or there's words flashing up in a song, they're not the words of the song. If you slow it down, sometimes play it backwards, or even just slow it down, you take them words off the screen, you will see behind the picture, there's words coming up, flashing, sentences behind the picture of what you're watching. You don't see it with your eyes, but it's there. It's called subliminal messaging. So when things are flashing on the screen, you're being subliminally manipulated. Pictures and images and words are being flashed into your screen. I've checked this out on many Disney programs, because I used to watch Disney as a kid growing up. I was a huge Disney fan. And Disney is actually one of the worst children's media, blah, blah, blah. They have things like sex, take drugs, all this stuff flashes up in children's movies. We're dealing with paedophiles and rapists here, inventing children's movies. I know it's difficult, but just try and get your head around the world you're actually living in, and be aware of what you take into your being. If you think after watching this movie you still think that TV is okay and there's nothing wrong with it, then I'm sorry, maybe it's too far for you. Maybe you're too far gone. Because TV is classed as a drug. And to get an addict of TV off of TV is so hard. So difficult. This is magic, guys. This isn't a joke. It's a spell being cast over you and your family. It's no joke. Okay? You're sat there laughing at Britain's Got Talent. However, they're the ones really laughing at us. I will not allow that. I will not allow that in my life. No one controls me but me. Okay? Now, television screen seems static, yet it flickers. And any repetitive and repeating lines or sounds or colours leads you into a receptive state of mental programming. Now, two factors allow the brain to accept the programming or not. And now that is, do you trust the source of information where it's coming from? So say it's Jeremy Kyle, you watch it every day, so if you trust him, that will make it easier to manipulate you. And how many times did I repeat the words? Do you remember when we was at school, we had to sit and write in a class? If, say for example, if we had detention or something, we had to sit and write, I will not do this again, I will not do this again, I will... Do you remember? Is it coming back to you? That is another type of indoctrinating, subliminal programming, the same as what TV does. It's also done in school. Your children are just being indoctrinated. Because we're all slaves. I'm sorry to bring this through. It will shock and hurt some people. Some people will feel completely but it's better for you to know the truth, dear ones, so you can take control of yourselves. Don't be a slave to the system. Don't let them abuse your power. Take back your power. You're worthy of love. You're worthy of self-empowerment. God made you in God's image. Okay. Now, so after you watch TV, it literally becomes an automatic response just to accept whatever you're hearing, even if you're not aware of it, is subconsciously being put into your state of being, and you then live out what you've been taught by the television. Tell lies to your vision, television, tell lies to your vision. Media, the goddess of cunningness, deception. Who are you worshipping when you watch television? What lies are they telling to your vision? Okay. Now, the brain pattern takes you into an alpha state and it hypnotizes you. Yeah, I explained that. Okay, guys and girls. Now, when you give up TV, it literally has caused withdrawal and depression because it is a drug. It is a habit. It really is. So, if you do watch a lot of TV and this resonates with you, like I said, do some research for yourself. Never just trust blindly what anyone tells you. Always research. And I'd advise you to get rid of your TVs. And if you can't get rid of them, I'd advise you to like I do, limit the media you take into your being. Completely limit it and just be aware of it. And don't allow anyone or anything to program you, dear ones, because you're so special and you're so worthy of being free. However, before you free yourself, you have to see the chains that hold you. Now I'm showing you one of these chains. It's down to you whether you break it or not. You have the power. You have the infinite abilities and power. So take back your power. Okay, dear ones, I love you all so, so much. And I'm so honoured and humbled to have this opportunity and platform to share this knowledge with you. What you do with it is down to you. I've done my part now. Proxy and Soul, Starseed Live. One love, everybody. Emily here. Time to take back your power. Mwah. Bye, everyone. Peace.